Welcome once again to Commander by Danon. Shorter video today, as I'm still feeling a lot of ways about the recent bans, but I still wanted to complete upgrading all the pre-constructed decks from Duskmourn. I decided long ago that I don't want to post any negative YouTube videos, so rather than ranting and raving, let's just take a look at upgrading Jump Scare. Also, and I know it's annoying to keep hearing this, but statistically if I don't ask you to like and subscribe, the video gets fewer subscribers. Jump Scare is led by Duskmourn, Mystery Unraveler, a 4-mana 3/3 legendary human wizard with landfall. Whenever a land we control enters the battlefield, we manifest Dread if this is the first time this ability has resolved this turn. Otherwise, we may turn a permanent we control face up. Manifest Dread is the new keyword from Duskmourn. When it triggers, we look at the top 2 cards of our library. We put one onto the battlefield face down as a 2/2 creature, and the other into our graveyard. If the manifested card is a creature, we may turn it face up at any time if it's a creature card for its mana cost. So this is a Simic landfall deck, but unlike our other videos in this series, we'll just be looking at doing some upgrades. Obviously, we want to make the deck a bit stronger, and we want to do it on a budget, about $33 at the time of recording. Simic is a color people fear, and rightly so, which means we'll need to be prepared. But before we get to our deck list, a quick word from our sponsor, Ultimate Guard. Ultimate Guard is made famous by their boulders, solid, reliable, and affordable deck boxes. Boulders are now available in solid colors, like this beautiful gray one seen here. Find out if your local game store carries the new Ultimate Guard solid color boulders, or click on the link down below to order yourself one from Amazon. In order to build a functional commander deck, you need lots of different pieces, which is why I try to rely on my handy-dandy checklist. 50 mana sources, usually split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp, 10 pieces of card advantage, 8 to 10 pieces of spot removal, 2 to 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, and 1 sudden I win card. Now, let's compare Jump Scare to this list and see what we're lacking and where we can make some cuts. 55 mana sources, split between 38 lands and 17 pieces of ramp. A little heavy, but we're a landfall deck, so it's fine. 16 pieces of card advantage. 7 pieces of interaction. 4 board wipes. No graveyard hate, and no sudden I win cards. So we'll want some graveyard hate, some win cons, and some more interaction. Let's get started. First of all, Duskmourn combos with Eudora, Gravegardener, and Altar of Dementia. Eudora is already in the deck, so the only one we need to add is Altar of Dementia. We only need one more non-token creature, and we need to have played a land this turn. We activate Altar of Dementia, sacrificing a creature and milling one of our opponents. Eudora triggers, bringing the creature back as a face-down forest land, which causes Duskmourn to trigger. We tap the land, adding a green to our mana pool, then resolve the Duskmourn trigger, turning our face-down creature face up. We then repeat the loop, sacrificing the creature to Altar of Dementia. This gives us infinite landfall triggers, infinite green mana, and infinite mill. Next up, we'll want to add Hullbreaker Horror, who goes infinite with Soul Ring. We tap Soul Ring and then cast a spell, any spell. Hullbreaker Horror returns Soul Ring to our hand. We then recast Soul Ring and put Hullbreaker Horror's trigger on the stack. We tap Soul Ring, then Hullbreaker returns it to our hand. We cast it again. This nets us 1 colorless mana every time we go through the combo, generating us infinite colorless mana. And since we're a landfall deck, we'll want to add Kodama of the East Tree, which combos with either Cutestuff or Rampaging Baloths. We play Simic Growth Chamber, or Guildless Commons, then return it to our hand, triggering both Kodama of the East Tree and Rampaging Baloths. We can put a permanent onto the battlefield if we want to, but it's not necessary. But Cutestuff creating either an insect token or a copy of itself also triggers Kodama of the East Tree, allowing us to replay Simic Growth Chamber again. And again. And again. This gives us infinite creature tokens. Speaking of Simic Growth Chamber, it also combos with Retreat to Coralhelm and Sakura Tribe Scout. We tap Sakura Tribe Scout and play Simic Growth Chamber. Its end of the battlefield trigger targets itself, returning it to our hand. Retreat to Coralhelm also triggers, allowing us to untap Sakura Tribe Scout. We can then repeat this process for infinite landfall triggers. The last combo I wanted to include was Brine Elemental and Vesuvian Shapeshifter. Both must be on the battlefield with Brine Elemental face up and Vesuvian Shapeshifter face down. We morph Vesuvian Shapeshifter, copying Brine Elemental. This causes our opponents to skip their untap step. Every single turn. Forever. Yes, this is a mean combo. Remember what I said? We're in Simic. Now, let's take a look at exactly what we're cutting from the deck, as well as a couple of other additions to round out our deck. For cuts, we're removing Azuri's Predation, Dig Through Time, Simic Signet, Worldspine Worm, Overgrown Zealot, Sandworm Convergence, Beanstalk Giant, Scab Ruinator, Quandrix Campus, Aethergale, Biomass Mutation, Growth Spiral, Thornwood Falls, and Kefnet the Mindful. Those will be replaced with the as-mentioned Altar of Dementia, Kodama of the East Tree, Rampaging Baloths, Vesuvian Shapeshifter, Hullbreaker Horror, Brine Elemental, Guildless Commons, and Sakura Tribe Scout. But we're also adding Llanowar Scout, Ashnod's Altar, Hauntwood Shrieker, Return to Nature, Commit Memory, and Scavenger Grounds. Now that we have our changes, let's see how the deck compares to our checklist. 56 mana sources split between 38 lands and 18 pieces of ramp. Higher, I know, but again, we're a landfall deck, so it's fine. 13 pieces of card advantage, 12 pieces of interaction, 2 board wipes, 3 pieces of graveyard hate in Return to Nature, Commit Memory, and Scavenger Grounds, several combos that end the game, or at least come close to it. So I won't be doing a second deck with the cards I've cut this time. I felt that Zimone was a great commander who did interesting things in Simic, and Kion Corrupted Memory wasn't interesting enough to build around. Maybe that'll change in the future, but for now, this will have to do. Are you picking up Jump Scare? What are your plans for the deck? Leave a comment below. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cutestuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits@gmail.com. Link is down below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Danon. You can have a video made or just ask for help building or tuning a deck list. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons: Waffles, Jiraiya, Danny, Muffins, Marcus, Brett, Roxy, Borgie, Nazwin, Midge, Alex, Conga, Aaron, Chris, Robert, Austin, William Pye, Turner, Triz, Kazera, Slack, Booksu, Patrick, Vox, Liam, Travis, Naffy, Sean, and Michael. You guys are awesome. I post new Commander Deck videos every weekday, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of new videos. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Commander by Danon.